It is challenging to imagine a location in the present world where people cannot visit and post about their experience on social media. However, there are several amazing locations that are undiscovered by tourists. For reasons of safety, law, or science, these locations are frequently off-limits to the general public. See 4 amazing locations that are inaccessible to people. What is the End of the World Vault? The world's largest seed deposit lies hidden behind a sandstone mountain on the isolated island of Spitsbergen in the Norwegian Arctic archipelago of Svalbard. The permafrost layer, or permanently frozen ice, that surrounds the vault, which is 130 meters above sea level and around 1,300 kilometers from the North Pole, aids in the preservation of the seed samples kept there. The site was chosen for this task due to the lack of seismic activity. However, even though the seeds have been stored as securely as possible, since the bunker opened in 2008, there is no way for humans to verify this. The vault is under lock and key to ensure the seeds can survive for thousands of years if necessary. But in recent years, some scientists have been concerned about rising temperatures, which have caused permafrost to melt. In 2020, local researchers recorded Svalbard's hottest summer. We have seen unprecedented melting of glaciers and melting of permafrost. Scientist Kim Hallman of the Norwegian Polar Institute told the BBC, "This seed bunker is essential in the event of a global disaster. This is because a cultivation reserve guarantees the restoration of species and food for humans. The World Seed Bank of Svalbard is a kind of global backer. Ilha de Queimada Grande, a poisonous island. Ilha de Queimada Grande, also known as Ilha das Cobras, is a small rocky island with no beaches and difficult to access, located 35 kilometers off the coast of Sao Paulo. The island was found in 1532 by the colonizing expedition of Martim Afonso de Souza. However, the history of Ilha das Cobras is older. It was formed at the end of the last ice age, approximately 11,000 years ago, when sea levels rose, separating the hill from the mainland and turning it into an island. The island has drawn attention over the past 5 centuries for being inhabited almost exclusively by snakes. The estimate is from 1 to 5 snakes for every square meter of the island. It is the second largest concentration of snakes by area in the world, about 45 per hectare, second only to the island of Shidao in China. The island's pit viper, Bothrops insularis, a species of viper endemic to Queimada Grande, lives. It is so deadly that a single sting can prevent birds from flying again. The viper's venom is more toxic to birds than to mammals, explains biologist Marcelo Ribeiro Duarte to BBC News Brazil. The Brazilian government has banned anyone from visiting the island as a precautionary measure. The only exception to this rule are some researchers, who go to the site accompanied by doctors and following strict protocols. Like and subscribe to the channel to discover brand new content every day. Lascaux, the French cave. The cave in southern France was discovered in 1940 by 4 teenagers looking for a dog. At around 17,000 years old, the site is one of the best preserved examples of prehistoric art, with around 600 paintings and 1,000 engravings on the walls depicting animals such as horses and deer. The cave was open to the public 8 years after its discovery. However, in 1963, visits were suspended. That's because mold sprouted on the walls of the cave, threatening the preservation of the work of art, which resisted in hermetic conditions before the discovery. The cave is currently closed, but a replica has been built nearby for tourists to visit. Uluru, the Navel of the world. The fourth location on the list of fascinating places, Uluru, formerly named Ayers Rock, has been a tourist attraction for many years, but has recently been closed to the public. Also called the Navel of the world, it is one of the largest monoliths on the planet. Previously, tourists could attempt the 348-meter climb to the summit, even if it meant facing heat around 47 degrees Celsius in summer. Despite the difficulties, for many the beauty of the place makes up for it. Uluru is a sacred site for the Anangu Aborigines, who are the guardians of the rock, who wanted visitors to stop climbing out of respect for their traditions. The request was supported by a petition from the Uluru National Park Council, which barred people from setting foot on Uluru in 2017. October 25, 2019, was the last time visitors climbed the rock, before the ban took effect. In the Anangu culture, Uluru is evidence that celestial beings came to Earth when there was no life form. During the journey across the planet, these beings created species and living forms, such as Uluru, along the way. Currently, visitors can visit Uluru National Park. However, the sacred rock can only be observed. So what did you think of this list? Comment below and share with your friends.